Hey guys, okay, I'm just about to go out for some wings, but I wanted to make this video. I'm actually, as terrible as it sounds, I'm filming in my bathroom just because, I don't have proper lighting in this place yet. Not that I had amazing lighting before, but I actually want to buy something from IKEA, some sort of lighting fixture that'll work for videos. So right now, the bathroom is the only place that has good lighting. Okay, so what I want to talk to you guys about today is, my new favorite movie. My new favorite movie. Every once in a while, a movie comes out that I become obsessed with. Like, I become obsessed with it, and I, like, live it and breathe it, and I, like, think I'm anyway. Like, do you know what I mean? You just get so engrossed in the movie, and you just, yeah, okay, so. That movie that I'm going to be talking about today is Django Unchained, and I've seen it twice. I wanted to go see it a third time, but I feel like I'd be a complete moron if I saw it a third time, so I think I'm just going to leave it at 2. So I guess this isn't going to really be a review as it is going to be a list of pros and cons because there's so many reviews out there, so many summations of the movie. You guys are smart people. If you wanted to read a summary of the movie, you could go to IMDb. So I'm going to give you my personal list of pros and cons, and my pros and cons are a little bit different again than what I think you'd find typically with this movie. I picked out really weird little random things that I think are really unique. So, one thing I'm going to say is I'm not a big Tarantino fan, but I was very impressed with this film. I'm not a Jamie Foxx fan. I don't like his movies. I really did not like Ray. I don't really like his music, but he's unbelievable in this movie. And he really, really was robbed of an Oscar nomination, as was Leonardo DiCaprio, but he should be used to it by now, not getting recognition where recognition is due in regards to his films. He was amazing, and Samuel L. Jackson was so great in this movie. I was cracking up at every single line he delivered, whether or not they were really that funny. I just thought his character was so brilliantly written, and he translated that script into such an amazing on-screen character. So getting right into it, pros. Okay. The first thing I'm going to mention, and it's very obscure, is I think, and it made me so happy, I think Lizzie McGuire's dad makes a cameo in this movie, and if you guys can help me out, I think he's one of the guys when they're riding into Candyland. He's one of the, like, redneck hillbillies with the dogs, so that, like, got me really pumped, and I, made a Facebook status about it, and people were like, Kay, you're crazy. But I swear he's in it, I swear. Okay, another pro, the soundtrack is absolutely amazing. I bought it as soon as I saw the movie. It's a blend, like, they use some songs from the original Django. They use really beautiful Italian music that it borders on classical music. And then they play, like, Gangsta Thug, like, Rick Ross is in there, Tupac's in there, there's some James Brown, who's not a gangsta, but some James Brown and some John Legend. It's just this great mesh of music. It's a beautiful soundtrack. And the one thing I liked about the soundtrack is it also includes little sound bites from the movie, like really powerful parts in the movie, so that was cool. So yeah, this script is so unique. The biggest pro for me in this movie was I left the movie feeling emotionally exhausted, but it was a very cathartic experience for me in the sense that there'll be one scene in the movie, like, for instance, this isn't really a spoiler, but when Django's wearing the blue suit, I'm, like, cracking up, laughing, like, so hard. And then 10 seconds later, I'm in tears, and then 10 seconds later, I can't look at the screen, and then 10 seconds later, I'm yelling at the screen. So, it's very rare, I think, that a movie can do that and do it tastefully. So, I left the movie, and I felt so drained, but it felt very cleansing. And, yeah, I don't know if most of Tarantino's movies are like that, but it was just an experience. It wasn't just going to the movies one night. It was like an experience, and I felt so, like, involved in it. Do you know what I mean? Like, I was, like, rooting for the characters. Normally, I just watch a movie, and I just sit there, and it's like, that was a nice movie, but, like, move on. Okay, cons. I only have a couple. My little unique one was, okay, Leonardo DiCaprio. He is my biggest crush. He's my biggest celebrity crush. My boyfriend knows that. He is just, like, the hottest thing ever. But his teeth in this movie are just so gross. And I know that it's a period piece, and I know it was set in 1858. You guys don't need to tell me. It was part of the movie. But, oh, he's so beautiful, and he should just have pearly whites, not these, like, dirty, yucky, brown. Yeah, okay, so that was a little bit of a turnoff, but that was not why the movie was good or bad. I just thought I'd throw that in there. And the biggest con for me was I've seen a lot of gory movies. I know that's not something to brag about, but I have. I've watched all the Hostels and all the Saws, and I've seen, you know, Human Centipede 1 and Human Centipede 2. Not something to brag about. I can handle gore and I can handle violence, I think, quite well. I can handle bloody violence, very bloody violence. I found there's 2 scenes in this movie that were very difficult to watch. When I watched the movie a second time, I couldn't watch the Mandingo fight a second time. Just because it was like, it was a little much for me, and I know it's a Tarantino film, y'all don't need to tell me, but it was just a little bit too much for me, and because historically, I know Tarantino kind of took the Mandingo thing and just went for it, and there's no actual concrete proof that slave owners did that. I wouldn't be surprised if they did, and it was just almost too sobering to watch, because it's not like in Tarantino's and normally in his movies, his violence is like, oh, I'm going to cut someone's head off, or I'm going to chop their ear off, like in Reservoir Dogs or whatever. This was like, okay, this could have happened to numerous people in this country. So, yeah. I did find the dog scene really hard to watch, but again, I found it was very, very sobering, because that's something that would have very often happened in slave times. And I can't believe that slavery was only, 150 years ago, 160 years ago that it ended. So it's unbelievable to think that that's, I mean, I know some states in the United States still have slavery on their books. So it was definitely, I mean, of course the movie, I say definitely a lot. It was for sure, see, I didn't use it. It was for sure a movie that took a lot of creative liberties. The ending was very, very over the top. But I loved it. I thought it was brilliant. All the acting was amazing. It was an amazing cast, amazing script, amazing soundtrack, costume design, set design. They used actual slave quarters in the southern United States that have been restored. So that was really cool. But yeah, so those are my thoughts on Django. I'm going to go for wings now and fix this little thing of hair that's bothered me in the entire video. But if you guys have seen Django and you liked it, you didn't like it, you thought it was terrible, you thought it was kick-ass, let me know. I cannot wait to watch the Academy Awards this year and see Tarantino walk on stage and take the award for Best Original Screenplay. But that's just me. I hope you guys have a very, very blessed Wednesday, and I will talk to you guys very soon. Bye!